What's going on, guys? It's Kyle again with DTOM Knives and Gear, and today we are going to be doing the full review of this guy. This is the Emerson CQC-7V. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back, everybody. Okay, the Emerson CQC-7V. I have had one other Emerson on the channel that was loaned in from Dark Gravity. And now I have this one loaned in from John over at BGM Knives. If you don't know who that is, I am going to leave a link to his YouTube and website and his Instagram. He makes some of the best fixed blades on the market today. So definitely go check him out. I will have all that information down below. This knife, of course, he didn't make. This is just a knife that he owns. And he sent it out to Jake over at Bearded Gear, one of my favorite buddies in the whole entire world. And told Jake, hey, send it over to Kyle and see what he thinks about it. So I'm very glad that he did. I wanted to give Emerson's knives another shot because I wasn't really enthusiastic about the other one. So I carried this, and my thoughts haven't changed too much. This particular knife has some things going for it. Now, it does have thick G10 handles with full steel liners, some barrel spacers in the back, like quite a few, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is a very sturdy knife. Like, this thing is built to not break. That's for sure. It is relatively comfortable. It's not the most comfortable knife in the world, but the handle is so neutral that, yeah, it is very comfortable. I don't feel any hot spots whatsoever holding it in this hammer grip. The pocket clip doesn't seep deep carry. The pocket clip works really well, and this thing is not supposed to have a deep carry pocket clip, in my opinion, because one of the major features of the Emerson knife is the Emerson wave feature, which is designed for when you grab the knife and it catches on the back of your pants and flings that thing open just like that. That works amazing. It works so well in all the pants that I tried with this particular knife. So it does what it's supposed to do. Emerson knives are supposed to be and are tactical knives. They're made for a purpose, and that purpose is self-defense. I do not know anything about knife fighting or self-defense with a knife. I carry a knife for a tool. I leave the self-defense to the pew-pews. So I don't do that. I don't carry a knife for that purpose. Of course, it's always a backup kind of thing, but knives are tools for me. And there are some tactical knives out there that are tactical in nature and horrible at EDC tasks that you can use the knife for when you're not using it for self-defense, which is hardly ever. Case in point, the CRKT Provoke. This is a tactical knife. It's a karambit, totally different than this, but a tactical knife that is only really for that. This thing does not work well for an EDC blade whatsoever. Its sole purpose is a tactical knife. The reason I bought it is because of the really cool opening mechanism, but it's not an EDC blade. You can't use this, in my opinion, as a functional EDC blade. This thing, you absolutely can. So we have, of course, like I said, G10 steel liners, 154 cm steel, which is a really good steel. You have a thumb disc open mechanism. I'm not a huge fan of thumb disc. I'm still not. I thought maybe I would see how it goes. I still don't like them. It works. The action on this thing is running on washers. It is not a snappy thing at all. It is designed for that, and that works amazing. The thumb disc, I can get it out, and it works fine. But I'm not in love with it. Obviously, on the washers, this thing does not drop at all. It is smooth on those washers. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the smoothest thing in the world, but it's not bad. The detent is fine, as you can see here. So it snaps it in there. Definitely ain't coming out, that's for sure. Even with my big major shakes, it's not coming out of there. So that's good. I know a lot of people are going to like that. Ergonomically, like I said, because of the neutral handle, this is fine. But if I put my finger up here in a saber grip, the wave feature pokes me. It pokes me. I mean, I've got big old fingers, so it might not do that to everybody. But if I have to put my thumb behind here to do like I usually do for like really hard cuts, that is very uncomfortable. And so I cannot do that with this blade. So I don't. And that's a problem for me because that's usually how I cut stuff, especially if I've got to bear down. So that's a problem. What is not a problem is the grind. This thing is not a full chisel grind, but as you can see, the primary, secondary bevel, of course, is excellently done Tonto, if I can get the thing to focus. And also while we're here, you can see the stone wash finish on the blade, which is really good. There's Emerson with the QC, oh man, I keep saying it. I'm dyslexic, people. CQC-7V, made in the USA. We always love that, the patent number. And then on the back side, nothing. So, but this is what I was talking about. It is not a full chisel grind because you have this bevel on this side, and holy moly is this thing, like, look at this thing and you cut yourself kind of sharp. I'm like cold steel, what I usually say about cold steel knives. This thing is a razor blade. Oh, cuts like a dream. Now, it's not my knife, so I did not go hard use or anything. I just did the regular EDC stuff, and oh my gosh, is this thing sharp as hell. And does very well in those tasks. This knife can definitely be used for a tactical knife or an EDC knife. It's probably not great for that, though. The handle is kind of chunky. You guys know that I like that. So I've got a good purchase on this thing, a lot. And but you can kind of see how funny it looks because the handle length on this guy is like 4.65 inches. And then the actual blade length is 3.3, actually a little bit less than that. So it kind of looks funny, right? It looks a little funny with the big old handle and the blade, which is not uncommon for some. So a lot of people don't like Spydercos, for instance, because of the long handle and the shorter blade. We'll just go ahead and put some size comparisons up here since we got it out. But I don't mind this. This doesn't look that bad to me. This one it does look unproportional in a way that I don't like. This one does not. Suit me. I don't know what it is. I'm a huge fan of this knife, but it has the same issue. I'm just not as bothered by it. We'll go ahead and put it up against the Benchmade Super Freak. As you can see, it is definitely a full-size knife, but it is a little shorter. And if this blade was a little bit longer, proportional to this, it would probably be longer than both of these blades. So, it's a thing. And I don't think it matters to some, but it doesn't really even matter to me. It's just not attractive. Let's just put it that way. Not attractive for it to look like this. I can't get over... You guys know me. I like big knives, and I like to fidget with my knives. This is an absolute fidget. It is not fidgetable at all. It's not meant to be. It's meant to be a working tactical knife, and in that aspect, it probably works great. It's just not for me. I have now handled 2 Emerson blades, and they have not impressed me for what I like. I'm not saying that Emerson blades are bad blades, that you shouldn't buy them. That is 100% 180 degrees from what I'm trying to say. They're just not for me. These things are very popular, and a lot of people love this wave feature, and I just whacked my thumb because this is not how it's supposed to go. Because the wave feature, it works amazing. The fastest way to get the knife out, I'm just going to go ahead and say, if you get this thing in your pocket and you use the wave feature, there is no other way to get the blade out faster. And that's by design. The reason he made that, because if you need it, and you need it fast, and so that is the perfect opening mechanism. Also why this can't talk today, English is hard, pocket clip does not sit all the way to the top. You have to be able to grab this knife. If it's all the way in your pocket, then you'll grab it with your pants, and you won't be able to pull it out like you're supposed to. Right here, where this is sticking out of your pants and this is in your pants, that works great. You pull it out and you're ready to go. So there is no need, and it would be futile, in my opinion, to put a deep carry pocket clip on this. Other than that, this thing works like it's supposed to, just not my cup of tea. There's a huge following for these knives. And if y'all come across and you guys are like, oh, you're crazy, and you know what? This is all personal opinion. So I get it. I like some stuff that people hate. I like big, heavy, knives that most people are like, why would you have that? It's horrible to carry. I get it. I get it that everybody is different. This is just not for me. But I am so grateful that I was able to put it in pocket. Check it out. John has just been an amazing, amazing guy. Sending this knife to me. He donated to the channel for my $1,000 subscriber giveaway. We gave away one of his Quakens, which was an excellent knife. So I'm so very thankful for him and his friendship and allowing me to check this out. That's about it. I can't really say too much about it. I mean, it's a great knife for what it is. I really love the grind. I'm going to have to start looking more at chisel grinds because this was the first one. Well, it's not a true chisel, like I said. But golly, is this thing badass as far as sharp. Like, it's amazing. Now, sharpening this thing, I'm assuming, would probably be fine. I just have never done it. So, yeah, I'm going to have to try to check one out and buy one so I can practice sharpening something like this, because I'm sure as hell not going to do it with John's knife. So, guys, I really appreciate you. If you like knives and you like gear, just consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. We got a lot of stuff coming. We just have a lot of fun on this channel. I love you all. We do giveaways, every so often, pretty often actually. So if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified whenever I do that. We do have a giveaway coming up, so definitely stay tuned. Stay tuned for all the knives that you have seen loaned into the channel by awesome people like John over at BGM Knives. Check him out in the links below. Stay safe out there, guys, in this freaking crazy world that we are living in, and we will see you in the next one.